Go ahead and call the board meeting to order. No public comment tonight. We will ask our own Lincoln County Skills USA to come up, do our pledge, our indication, and tell us what's going on.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, I thank you for this night to bring us together. I ask that you bless us with your wisdom and your guidance for our board members when making decisions for our schools and the community. I pray for the teachers, the leaders, and families who work so hard each and every day to make Lincoln County as great as it is today. May our words and actions throughout our walk with you honor you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I hope y'all are having a good day. I'm here to talk about Skills USA. So, Skills USA is a career and technical student organization where we as students have an opportunity to compete against our schools, our programs, and students, but ultimately discover what it takes in terms of soft and technical skills to be successful in our careers. This year, Grace is looking forward to competing in early childhood education. It's a competition where she will focus on creating a plan for young learners. Avery is competing in a prepared speech where she will discuss the future and her role in Skills USA. I get the focus on community service and create a specific project to showcase in a state conference. We have other students competing on job interviews as well as automotives. Thank you for supporting us, our CTSO and Skills USA.
Thank you. Consider approval of agenda. Have a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Did you?
Third, fourth.
Mr. Ezel made the motion. Mr. Miller second. All right. We have Ms. Hastings that wants to address the board tonight. I will remind you have 5 minutes, and Brad, you have the timer. Your time will start whenever you start talking.
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Christy Haston. This is my husband, Shannon Haston. And I'm here not to request a reversal of disciplinary action, but to share how the outcome of that action is affecting my son and my family. And I urge you to consider how situations like this can be better handled in the future for the sake of all students. A couple of weeks ago, Amy Lowe, a special education teacher at Lincoln County High School, took it upon herself to access and share private information about my son without permission, without justification, and in a way that harmed his reputation and well-being. This wasn't a misunderstanding or poor judgment. It was a deliberate misuse of information by a trusted adult in a position of authority. What is she doing with that information today? That question will continue to haunt me. While the district ultimately chose to issue a 2-day unpaid suspension, that disciplinary measure is not where the impact ends. The teacher returned to school the following Monday with only a verbal directive to avoid contact with my child. But for my son, the fear and discomfort didn't end after just 2 days. They're still very present. He now walks into a building every single morning where someone who violated his privacy and is spreading false stories about him still works. Someone who faces no visible restriction or accountability from his perspective. That's the reality he gets to live with. It's unsettling, it's unfair, and it's emotionally draining. For example, just last week and again today, I had to check him out of school because he was too distressed to stay in class. This is not sustainable for us as a family. As his parents, it's deeply painful to watch our child feel unsafe or anxious in the one place he should feel supported. He didn't ask for this. He didn't provoke it. Yet he's the one continuing to carry the emotional weight. Meanwhile, the adult who created this harm simply gets to return to work. I understand that personnel decisions are outside of this board's jurisdiction. I also understand that policies must be followed. But I'm asking you tonight to listen to this as more than just a policy issue. This is a student well-being issue, a trust issue, and ultimately a school culture issue. I want you to consider something. What would you expect to happen if this were your child? When a student is harmed emotionally or otherwise by the actions of a staff member, the priority should be protecting the student, not minimizing disruption to the adult schedule. Right now, the message my son has received is, you know what, something wrong happened, but you're just going to have to deal with it. This is not a message that we should be giving to students. I urge the board to take this situation into consideration when reviewing or updating policies around staff misconduct. At the very least, I believe there should be a clear written procedure to protect students from ongoing contact with staff members involved. Ensure meaningful communication with impacted families, and reinforce a culture of accountability, transparency, and student-centered decisions. Finally, I'm formally requesting that the board initiate a review of district policies and practices related to FERPA compliance, student privacy, and staff misconduct. Families need assurance that when violations occur, students will be protected, their rights will be upheld, and the district will respond with both accountability and compassion. No student should ever walk into school and feel targeted, betrayed, or unsafe, especially at the hands of a teacher, a special education teacher. And when such harm does occur, the response must not only punish the action, but also prioritize healing and trust for the student involved. Thank you again for your time, for hearing my concerns, and for considering how we can do better moving forward, not just for my son, but for any child or family that may have to encounter this situation.
Thank you. Ms. Bradford, you want to come forward and tell us what's going on? Wait a minute, I didn't see the other one. Gentlemen, come on up. I didn't see you was hiding over there. I'm sorry. Claire Bradford and Lucas Panetta, our student board representatives.
Good evening, everyone. It's so great to see you all again. This is Claire Bradford, and I'm going to start off with some highlights from our clubs and academics. Robotics is celebrating their 25th year, and they are currently selling t-shirts to commemorate their milestone. HOSA held a popcorn fundraiser and found great success, raising over $1,000. We're excited that a DECA chapter has been formed at LC, and they've already held their first meeting. Things are off to a really great start. Our Lift LC students hosted a Commit to Life drive, continuing their work and promoting health and service within our student body. And finally, coming up soon, fall break is just around the corner. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lucas Panetta. Now on to sports and some school-wide events. Soccer senior night is tonight, so we'll be celebrating our senior players. Last week, football had a tough loss on the road to Giles County, but we're looking forward to playing Tullahoma this week in the pit. Volleyball senior night was September 22nd, and it was a great night of recognition. On October 14th, seniors will retake the ACT, while freshmen will tour TCAT to learn about technical education opportunities. And finally, homecoming week was a big success. The parade was a hit. We saw a ton of school spirit. The seniors won the float building competition, and our football team took home a win against Battle Creek 49-0. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll do recognitions. David Golden.
with the camera. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, it's great to see y'all tonight, and it is indeed an honor to say a few words about Miss Tasha Osgood, our teacher recognition, teacher to be recognized for the month. Miss Osgood graduated from Lincoln County High School and married her high school sweetheart, Mr. Ronnie, who's right back there, 35 years ago this month. And their journey together started at the Marine Corps Air Station in Cherry Point, North Carolina. Miss Osgood is a graduate of Motlow, Athens State, and NTSU, and has an EDS in curriculum and instruction. The Osgoods returned to Fayetteville and began their family. They have 2 sons, Gus and Abram Osgood, a daughter-in-law, and a girlfriend. They are all employed in the health profession and are proud graduates of the University of Tennessee. And every day, Miss Osgood always says, "Go Vols."
Yeah.
Amen. She's been an educator for over 30 years. Her teaching career began when she opened her own private preschool. She taught in the city system under Mr. Joel Hastings before coming to Lincoln County, where she has taught at Stonebridge Academy, Highland Rim, and now Flintville, where she used to go to the old junior high. So it was just like coming home. Now, while being a mom of 2 great young men has been her greatest accomplishment, teaching has been a labor of love and a rewarding profession. She still gets emotional and excited when the spark of learning is realized and the light illuminates the "I got it" moments. And those are the very best. Ms. Osgood realizes that it's truly a blessing to get to touch the future of each child she teaches. She says that it is an honor to be recognized this evening, and she thanks everyone on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Tasha Osgood.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening and happy Monday before fall break. I'm glad that you guys allow us the opportunity to come up and stand before you to present individuals to receive the award. Miss Allison Shelton is with me this evening. She is here to receive the award for Support Staff Member of the Month for Lincoln County School Board. She has been at Highland Rim School for 2 years, but she's been with Lincoln County School System for 18 years. Miss Allison says that she loves watching students' eyes light up when they have achieved their academic goals. She's amazed at their excitement to learn, which helps drive her passion to help them succeed. When Miss Allison is not at Highland Rim, she likes spending time with her family, her 2 children and husband of 35 years. And when she's not with her family, she said that she likes to watch Netflix. Also likes to watch Netflix, yes. I'm proud to stand in front of you this evening to present this award to Miss Allison. While there are so many in our building who serve our school and district with the same level of pride, it is Allison who stood out over the last 2 years. When I asked everyone in the building for nominations for tonight's recognition, some of the words that I consistently read were flexible, smile, trust, patience, expertise, and grace. And we all know at Highland Rim School how fortunate we are to have her. Miss Allison is always willing to go the extra mile and never thinks twice to volunteer to help with something that is outside of her responsibilities. There are many days when she's presented with a more challenging schedule, and sometimes this change can happen at any point in time during the day. She approaches the changes with grace and a smile. Miss Allison says that seeing students succeed inspires her to do her best, but I say that her smile, trust, patience, and grace is the inspiration for every student she crosses paths with daily. And here's your certificate. And you have a
All right. If everybody's all right with the consent agenda, we will approve it all at once unless somebody wants to pull out one of the particulars. Approval of the minutes from the last board meeting, the purchase of from Nashville warehouses, consider approval of out-of-state field trip, Lincoln County High School will be traveling to Indianapolis. Consider approval of a list of items to be declared from Highland Rim School, CTE department at the high school. Everybody good with approving them all at one time? Do I have a motion? Mr. Phelps makes the motion. Mr. Miller seconds. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Recommendations from the policy committee. And my computer has got off. You have yours up, Mr. Phelps.
I do. The following policies were approved at our policy committee meeting. 1.404, appeals to and appearances before the board. 4.600, grading system. 4.602, honor roll, awards, and class ranking. 5.106, application and employment. 5.118, background investigations. 5.3051, FFCRA leave. And 4.214, use of artificial intelligence programs.
Anybody want to pull any particular one out, or y'all go voting on them all?
Mr. Chairman, permission to speak?
Yes.
I'd like to address a little bit on policy 4.214. I would like to ask that all parent, guardians, students, and educational staff familiarize themselves with this policy, and for the board to step up because of the additional responsibilities that's going to be added to the to the IT department and to the classroom teachers. I would hope that we would provide the tools and the resources needed in order to implement this policy.
So you were saying that you wanted to add something to it after it come out of the policy committee?
No, that's just what we need to look at in the future.
Okay.
Just to make sure we provide, it's going to require a lot more for them to do what they've got to do with this policy.
Sure.
And I just want everybody, make sure everybody understands this policy, and that's it, all across the board, parents, students, guardians, everyone, and education staff. They need to read this policy. There's a lot in this policy. And to make sure we provide the tools and the resources that's going to be necessary for the IT department and the classroom teachers to implement this policy.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to have to pay for their training and make sure that they've got the tools necessary. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Have a
Just make
motion.
sure the board steps up for that.
We have a motion to approve the policies written. Mr. Phelps makes a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Ms. Thomas, second. Any other discussions on any of the policies? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Consider approval of the TISA accountability report. It's been in the drive, so you've had time to read over it, look at it. I have a motion to accept.
Motion.
Mr. Miller makes a motion. Have a second. Mr. Phelps seconds. Any discussion on it? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Consider approval of a request to allow the executive committee to approve the bids of the sale of the CTE surplus items. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Mr.
Second.
Ezell makes a motion. Second.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, discussion and consider plans for the Highland Rim School. We've had a meeting out there, talked about it. I guess anybody got something they want to talk about? Becky, you got something you want to talk about on that?
No, I think that you have in front of you the amount of money that we know we have in Fund 177 right now. Mr. Bryant's been crunching some numbers. We're going to get a little back from our construction company, And then we'll also, you understand that 177, we'll get about 1.2, 1.3 this year and next year, right? So you gotta think about how much money we're gonna have there. But we can bid out, what do you wanna do? You know, we had several different options. We can add alternates for the different options that we discussed, you know, the new portion out front, and then basically give you a menu of choices of things you want to do depending on how much money we have. But we just really need to decide tonight whether, hey, we're going to renovate this thing or we're going to add on to the new building. We've got to get some direction, and then we'll start going. Because if we're going to maximize next summer, as soon as the kids walk out the door, we need to start planning now, because it's going to take some time and some turnover to get all the plans drawn and done, so that we're ready to go, staged and ready when the kids walk out, if that makes sense.
I mean, I'd like to bring up something because of the fact of the way that school's laid out. I would like to do an add extra on the front portion of that, redoing it. If it comes in over budget that we can't swing it as far in the next 2 years, then add on. And then we can always drop it. We don't have to accept that in the bid.
Talking about adding on to the.
Yes, putting that
But
section on the front.
this piece right here.
Yes.
On the new school or the old?
This is the old school.
Old school.
Old school.
Where the front of the school is now, just come out. Yeah,
So that would be new construction.
if we could get bids that are separate but could be added together, if that's possible.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
And
is
that would be great, because then we could
Yes.
piecemeal if we
It's
had the money.
it's called an add alternate, so
Yeah.
we'll base bid it, and then we'll say, now we want you to add alternate this piece, this piece, this piece, and kind of give you a menu. They bid it all, and then, you know, hey, if we've got the money, we'll do it all. If we don't, maybe not. That's really just, then you can make some informed decisions. Mr. Bryant, is there anything you'd like to add to that I'm leaving out?
Not really, I mean, we've got to break down the dollars, and we kind of know what we're going to have, and, Billy Hill couldn't be here, but, I've got Tom Fraser here with Ashton Rich, he's our foreman on the job out there. He's familiar with that, with the new building in particular, but, him or somebody like him would be working with Ashton Rich on this project also. So, I guess I'm the same way as Mr. Tucker. I mean, if we're gonna maximize what we're gonna do this summer, which would be getting, undesirable things out of that building, then we would need to know quickly. We need to move very quickly. We started talking about this, 4 to 5 years ago. So, this is something that we've all thought about, had some time to think over, and, it's really time to move if we're gonna move.
So the goal would be, as soon as school is ended, to get in there and start.
Yes, hopefully we can get everything done. I mean, we definitely got some work that we need to do in the summertime, when there's nobody there.
But we've got to have plans drawn, plans approved, plans bid, board vote, right? I mean, all that stuff's gotta, and if we're not starting now, we won't ever get to that point to where we're staged and ready when those kids walk out the door to start work. And you don't know what it's gonna come, we don't know. I mean, they can give us estimates on what, renovation is costing them now. They do it every day, but those things fluctuate. You just don't know till bid day. Just like that roof out there at the high school was always gonna be more than what it was to come in under. We were tickled for that. So depending on where the bids come in, what you can and can't do, and then, you may say, well, we may want to save this for a phase 2 years down the road. I mean, you can do that too. It's all really up to you. We're just trying to give you some information so you can make an informed decision.
Anybody got anything else? Have a motion on which one?
I make a motion, we do the renovation on Old Highland Rim School and use the other as an alternate plan as the money is available.
All right. Mr. Daniel makes a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Phelps, second. Any other discussion?
The only thing I would like to add, if I could, Mr. Chairman, I had talked to the director before to have an alternate plan in place in case if we tear out and do the tearing out during the summertime, that we have a plan in place in case for 350 students, in case it's not ready for them, that we need a place to put 350 kids if that school isn't ready by the summer.
I'm sure they can somewhat make that happen.
He could come up with something
Come
by
down
maybe
to
the
it.
next meeting, give us an idea. And also on Mrs. Brindley, if she would not mind giving us an update on how the cafeteria situation will work during this time also, maybe at the next meeting.
Okay.
The short answer is, probably back at school, start time up. I remember we renovated this building. I don't know if any of you remember that. But I believe we started school a couple weeks late. I see some people shaking their head. But that was the answer. That's what we had to do when we renovated, when the old central was gutted and renovated, and, we moved, made this nice great academy. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 weeks, but we started school 2 or 3 weeks later. That would be my first response, is that would be what we would do, because I just don't know. I'd have to talk to, Dr. Pickens back there. I don't know that we could squeeze in 350 over there, and then I wouldn't want to buy that many portables and set them up for.
No.
But I think we could. I feel confident that we could get all that tile and all that stuff moved quickly and get that out of there. Mr. Bryant and myself discussed that. Now, we can't guarantee anything. I think it's a good question. But I feel confident that we could get it out and be ready to go. We would for sure be on them about it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Because that's got money, we're gonna
Mr.
roll
Bryant,
call on that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I thought you were through. I was going, Georgia's a long way from home, so I was going to thank you and head home. That's all right, yeah.
Thank you for coming, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Could I get Mr. Bryant? Could you update us on the fence situation real fast?
We should.
I mean,
Hang on a minute, I'm gonna do a roll call because
Okay.
of the money involved with this, please.
Mr. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Tallman, Dr. Daniel,
Aye.
Ms. Ashby, Mr. Phelps, Mr. Ezell,
Aye.
Mr. Tucker.
Aye.
7 and 1 absent.
All right. We'll get back. Go ahead.
Just an update on where we are with the fences. I know
We,
I know South Lincoln has been done.
We've got South Lincoln done on 3 sides, we've got Unity done on 3 sides. We had some $33,000 this year in safety dollars, and we spent that at Highland Rim, fencing in the playground. So the playground out there is 100% fenced now. And, we basically have to go where the money fits the project. Ms. Terry Smith back there would get safety money, and we really wanted to go to Flintville, but that's a $100,000 project. So we kind of have to go where the, money matches the project, and that's what we did this year.
Okay, but we're still working on it.
We are working on it, slowly but surely. Yes, sir.
All right. Consider approval revision of the facility use request fee. It's in the drive. You've had time to look at it. Motion to approve. That is to cover the cost of our staff having to work ball games.
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Phelps makes a motion. Second.
I second.
Ezell second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Mr. Nick.
Good evening. I have on my agenda a few general purpose school fund budget amendments. The 141 is what I have first. I'll read those off. First one was for $95,749.27. This is set up E-Plan for 25-26 budget for the state special education preschool grant budget. Next is $75,846.73. That's the 25-26 public school security grant budget. Next is $366.58. This is to reflect a receipt from the Tennessee Risk Management Insurance and replacement of CTE suburban windshield. Next is $18,216.76. This is to reflect money also from Tennessee Risk Management. This was a check that was done in last year, received before 6/30/25 in last year's on a bus accident. So Mr. Gill has requested that money be rolled into this year to fix it in this year's project. Next is for $2,000 even. This is a budget revision to reflect the teacher paid bonus of the $2,000 received from the state. If we had one teacher remaining to be paid, is now paid. And lastly is $15,542. This to reflect also Tennessee Risk Management insurance money. And this was on 2 waste pumps at Unity School. And that's all I have for, oh, sorry.
One more.
One more, my bad. $250 even, budget revision number 1 in E-Plans, the LEADS grant budget. And that's all I have for the 141.
Motion to accept.
Make a motion.
Mr. Ezel makes a motion, Ms. Tallman second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Carry on.
Next is the 142, the School Federal Programs Fund budget amendments. First one is $200,712.66, budget revision number 1 to E-Plan Title I federal grant budget. Next was $83,071.03, revision number 1 in E-Plan Title II federal grant budget. Next is $3,204.82 is a correction on budget revision number 1 to E-Plan Title III federal grant budget. Next is $12,351.42, revision number 1 to E-Plan Title IV federal grant budget. Next, $2,301.62, revision number 1 in E-Plan CTE Perkins basic federal grant budget. Next is $20,000 even. This is to set up E-Plan 2526, the preschool access for all networks federal grant budget. Next is $27,100.70 budget revision in E-Plan IDIA Part B federal grant budget. And the last one is $1,865.86, a revision number 1 to E-Plan preschool federal grant budget.
Motion to accept. Mr. Phil makes the motion, second. Mr. Ezel second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, thank you.
Lastly, I have the financials for the 141, the 142, 143, 146, and the 177, all funds from June through present to present for you guys for your review. And that's all I have, and the financials for the year end.
That's it.
I have a question for Mr. Nix. Can I ask him?
I'll do my best.
You may have already addressed this, Jason. Did you give us an estimate on how much it's going to cost in '26 when we bring all the teachers up to $50,000? Kind of an estimate. You can do that at the next meeting if you want to. I didn't know you may have already
No,
done it.
we've kind of got those estimates.
Okay.
I want to say it's down to small percentages, under 3% is what I was thinking. It was the actual number, if it matched what we did this year, which was $1,300 per, it was about the same thing. Everything that we did this past year, we do it one more time to get that last leg up to meet that, to meet the governor's mandate of the 50,000 per teacher. Yes. So not really much different than what happened this past year's 25-26 budget. I think you'll mirror, at least in that regard, the 26-27 will mirror that.
And that kicks in when?
Next year. 27 was the goal, was it not?
It's this fall.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a tough budget this spring.
Yeah,
It's going to be next fall when it kicks
Next
in.
fall.
That's correct. That is correct.
Approve the year-end reports. It's been in your drive. Motion to approve those.
Move to approve.
Ms. Tallman makes a motion, second.
I'll
Mr.
second.
Ezel second. Any discussion on any of them? All approve?
Yes.
Approve? I just didn't y'all family. All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Points of information. Facility request use of Lincoln County High School by the King family. Use of Lincoln County High School by the Elks Lodge for hoop shoot in November. Keep in mind that we voted to let the director approve these now. These are just simply points of information. The use of the Lincoln County High School parking lot by the Lincoln County Volunteer Fire Department. And last but not least, director's update.
So, I just want to say thanks to all the principals. They've been doing a good job. We've talked a lot about teaching and learning, which is really why we're here. And they've been doing a good job with that. I've been in the buildings, been to the POCs, got to get out to some more. But we've talked a lot about being instructional leaders. They have accepted that challenge. They're doing a good job with it, and I just want to say that I appreciate them and what they're doing. The supervisors and the principals are working well together. We've got a good team. I appreciate that, and I appreciate what we have here as a school board. I appreciate all of you working together. That's a big deal. Highland Rim, and those are big moves. And appreciate the meeting that we had, and everybody was engaged, and we had a good meeting that night. Appreciate the cooperation and collaboration. So I just want to say thank you. We've got a good thing going with all that, and that's just not a given. Okay, so don't ever take that stuff for granted. So I appreciate it, and just want to say thank you and good job to everybody. So thank you, sir.
Thanks to everybody that came out tonight for the board meeting. With that being said, a motion to adjourn. Ms. Tallman makes a motion. I have a second. Ms. Ashby, second. All in favor, say aye.